will be today discussing about a very interesting fact, that is cross-platform trend in 2021. So if you look at the cross-platform trend, let us first understand what is cross-platform, and we'll try to understand the market trend. And why we need to know this cross-platform market trend? Because where most of the investment, most of the technology people are moving towards. If you know that, then definitely as a small entrepreneur or maybe as a business consultant, you can focus more on those things, right? So in 2021, the cross-platform trend is something which is presented here. But before moving to cross-platform, I would like to explain you what exactly cross-platform is. What it means. The cross means multiple, or platform means it is indicating Android and iOS. So cross-platform is nothing but the single code-based mobile application development. The single code, you will write a single code which will be compatible for this and which will be compatible to that. This means, let us say, Android, that means, let us say, iOS. That is cross. So it is cross compatible to both the platforms. That means Android and iOS. So these are the market trend which you can see, which is very much clear here in this slide. So the major share is seen by this React Native. So React Native is the code which are very famous in developer world by new entrepreneurs. They are choosing this. And the second winner in this list is Flutter. That is basically the Google's Flutter, and the programming language used is Dart. And this is React Native and run through JavaScript. And next thing, very much in the trend, that is two things, Ionic and Cordova. These are having a share of 18% and 18%, and gradually this is a falling knife. This is dropping gradually very high. And I say the Cordova and Ionic and Xamarin are basically falling knife. If you catch it, you will basically lose the thing. So these two things, like the Flutter and React Native, I predict that in coming 2 to 3 years, it will grow like never before. And all this share of Cordova and Ionic will go to this and this. And other than that, this Unity is used mostly for game development, mobile game development. And Unity is having their unique share like 11%. And as per the mobile games are concerned, the Unity, just like your Flutter, React Native, anybody talks about game, then you understand that, okay, they are talking about Unity. Unity is a software which is used for developing mobile games. And also some other tools which are very much simple, like Apache Flex, Dojo, PhoneGap, NativeScript, very small share in market, and finally they will be having no share. Because some people they use, but the market leaders, that is 80% plus, is the Flutter and React Native. That's all. Just all mixing is basically 10 to 15%, 18%, like that some are using, and that market share is there. So no need to worry about it. So basically what we need to understand from this cross-platform trend is that Flutter and React Native are the most preferred cross-platform. And you can ask why people are choosing this cross-platform. Basically, there is very good reasons to it. So what are they? The first reason is this is very simple to use. Second thing is this is also very much compatible and developers are easily available, and the learning curve for learning the software also you don't need much time. Definitely there is a learning curve to each software, but these are the growing technologies. But the big thing is the support. The React Native is developed by Facebook and Flutter is by Google. Do you know who they are? Google and Flutter, they have the large base technical support. So they have a very good forum support. That is the greatest benefit. So when they have the best support, like if you have a problem writing a code, you get stuck, their support team will help you. Like that, React Native, the Facebook group, they have developed it for themselves, and Flutter for their also own development. So this is the single fact which you have to know it. And as far as cross platforms are concerned, I will be giving you a couple of interesting facts which I want to include here. The React Native, let us start with the React Native. Okay, this is the React Native icon. It is an open source cross-platform app development tool. Open source means any new developers also can add their new logic, can enhance and upgrade it, and that will be cross-approved and verified by the forum group. So it is open source. Open source means it is nobody's property. Open source. Anybody can enhance it. So because of that, it is robust. And developed by Facebook. That is the developers can use to create both iOS and Android applications. Once developers learn how to use it, they can write code for app development just about anywhere. It depends entirely on React without having anything to do with the technology, web technology like HTML, PHP, WebView you use. It uses platform components like JSX, which is a technical term, polyfills that resembles CSS, that is a styling. JSX is a styling shape. CSS is the style. What is CSS? Like in website, how beautifully you can apply color, how beautifully you can style it. Just like in mobile, it is known as JSX, and polyfills, that is very much similar to CSS, styling of mobile phones, apps and all. So additionally, there is no DOM API. So I discussed DOM in my last class. You can Google it to know more about it. So no need to worry about it. React Native brings the best feature for React JS, JavaScript, and also JavaScript. And if you talk about this X icon, that is a Xamarin. Just like React Native, Xamarin is another open source framework for cross-platform app development, and also developed as an independent platform back in 10 years back in 2011. Microsoft acquired it 5 years later. This particular framework is different from all the other because it works on .NET. Okay, so gradually I see there is no future of this thing because .NET is not my favorite ever. So even from desktop application and all, you can build beautifully. But as far as app is concerned, very less people are preferring it. But to know you why Xamarin is not required, because this is a .NET platform. .NET means it started with the desktop. But for mobile, we prefer maybe Flutter, maybe the React Native, etc. And there is a PhoneGap. The PhoneGap also another incredible cross-platform framework, but it is not open source, and it developed back in 2005, 16 years back, by Nitobi Software, and Adobe purchased this in I think 2011, and also it supports JavaScript and CSS, and naturally both app and web developers find it very easy to work it. It also supports several platforms such as Android, iOS, Windows, BlackBerry, Bada, various all tools and mobile phones OS software. But PhoneGap basically having a powerful backend system that increases the speed at which the developers works. There is nothing better than this framework when it comes to building simple mobile apps that does not use too many devices features. So for very simple thing, I think the PhoneGap is good. But for robust and advanced thing, either you can prefer other thing like React Native, or maybe Flutter, or maybe Native. So, but today we are discussing much about the cross-platform. Then we'll be discussing about the Ionic. So Ionic, yet another open source cross-platform app development framework created by Ben Sperry and I think some Max Lynch and Adam Bradley, I believe. So these specialists worked with Driptico when they designed Ionic in I think 8 years back, 2013. They launched it. This framework utilizes the system of Apache, Cordova, and Angular JavaScript. So Angular JavaScript is for scripting dynamically the things, and Apache is for all backend servers. That is Cordova. You can use the Cordova and Angular. So whenever you come across Ionic, then you can come across like Angular. People will say Angular, and people will say Cordova, Apache Cordova. So you can use it. So by adhering to the principles of Apache Cordova, app developers can build hybrid HTML apps. Basically, it is not a native apps, HTML only, like website, like using the Ionic framework. So because of that, I do not prefer Ionic because it is just like a HTML app like thing. So Angular is used in the backend, and then these apps works using a particular shell on the mobile phone for decrypting it, which lets developer execute JavaScript and display HTML thing. So HTML is something when done for mobile, it is known as Ionic. So I don't prefer it personally. Then my favorite, Flutter, which is very a newcomer but dominated the market, like you know. So in just I think this is among the youngest newcomer cross-platform app development framework included in our cross-platform list in 2017. It's an open source framework for cross-platform app development, and that allows a developer to create mobile apps with just one code, central code. That is Dart. Dart is the programming language. And the most distinctive feature of Flutter is that relies on a programming language which I just referred, the Dart. And also, unlike most of the other cross-platform framework recognized today, Flutter does not use JavaScript at all. And I think this is where we can little learn new things about Flutter. I think I gave some of the basic information. And what more about this thing is my favorite, and both for iOS and Android and every other mobile platform, you will receive all cross-platform compatibility. And if you have any development agency that specializes in Flutter, you are in the right hand, and that is the beauty of that. And many other native script and all are there. So most of the important thing I discussed. And thank you in this series. Hope you learned and you could apply this in your daily life.